logistic word predominantly comes from the 19th century French word logistic, and that's a general debated term, but also a lot of people say the word logistics has its origin from the Greek word. But when it comes down to the east coast of India, there's one name that's very synonymous with the word logistics. It's none other than the PSTS Logistics. And I welcome you all to this PSTS 75 years celebration ceremony today. And to set it right and to begin with an auspicious note, we'll have a prayer song by Madhumita Arjun.
Bajami satatam sureshwaram Gajanana yutam ganeshwaram Ajendra pujita vigneshwaram Ajendra pujita Galadi sannuta padapamagaram Galadi sannuta padapamagaram Kunjara panjara chatura daradaram Gurugugakrijam pranavakaram Gajanana yutam ganeshwaram.
Here we have in our midst several well-wishers, brilliant thinkers, loyal supporters, long-lasting clients, and staff who have more than 20 years work experience with us. I welcome you all for today's function to celebrate our PSTS cross the 75 years. Our brand name PSTS means our great-grandfather's initials. P means Pandyanadar, S for Sivalinganadar, T for Devagula Ramanadar, S for Sangalinganadar. Actually, it should have been century celebration, that is more than 100 years. But my grandfather Sangalinganadar commenced his trading business before the year of 1915 with help of one Mr. Julian Fernandez in Tuticorin Port. Our brand PSTS has been seed in my father's memory. It grew into saplings in his time. Now, by grace of God, with all our efforts, PSTS is a gigantic banyan tree. There are several branches stretching from Vizag to Tuticorin. The shoots are strong and the roots are stronger. In this journey, you all have been a part. I welcome you all once again. Thank you.
Bhakti Ganesh Ram, the Joint Director, to come on stage to set the context of the evening.
Good evening, everybody. I have been asked to set the context for celebration 75 years of PSTS, an Indian family business. What is 75 years in the context of India, whose civilization is over 7,500 years old? What is 75 years of an Indian family of 3 or 4 generations as against 40th generation of a family in Japan? What is 75 years of an Indian family business when 75% of all registered companies in the industrialized world is a family business? Still, celebrating 75 years is significant indeed. I'll tell you why. There's a kahavat in Hindi, Haveli ki umar 60 saal, meaning a family's age is 60 years. In fact, all around the world, the family cookie crumbles by the 3rd generation. So as 75 years when PSTS is still going strong, it's worth celebrating. Also, what with startups in market capitalization days ending up being one-year wonders and dot-coms going bust, when PSTS is 75 still alive and kicking, it's worth celebrating. Celebration of anniversaries provide a unique opportunity to update, modernize, and wholly transform the narrative of an organization. In fact, 75th anniversary is called the Diamond Anniversary or Diamond Jubilee. It's considered the pinnacle of anniversary celebrations. Diamonds, as you know, are the strongest substances on earth and are the most desired and therefore represent such an esteemed celebration. As they say in English, it doesn't matter where you go in life, what you achieve, or what you do. What matters is who you have beside you along the way. This evening, as we celebrate PSTS 75th anniversary, I value even more all you special people who are present here to share this occasion with us. To quote Thirukural, "Ennandri kondrakum uyumundam, uyivillai sei nandri kondra maharku." Today indeed is a day of expressing our immense gratitude to each one of you. So thank you all for being beside us these past years. May you be ever near us in the years ahead. As for now, just sit back and enjoy the rest of the evening, soaking in the celebrations every moment. Of course, do enjoy the cocktails and dinner that follows the felicitations. Nandri, Vanakkam.
With the roots deeper and shoots strong, branching from Vizag to Tuticorin, every iota of hard work and perseverance never failed to pay off in the end. The greatest leap of this particular decade, the 1950s, being our leap from being a pulses trading business into a port sector, service sector, and emerging as a leading shipping agency on our own. Call us old-fashioned, but we believe in doing something new. Every year dawned on us as an awakening to experience and horizons. Create a major port in Tuticorin, which was then an anchorage port, and led a delegation and met Shri Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, which paid for the major port of Tuticorin later.
When Mr. Dinidi Ratnam went on to meet Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru talking about the Tuticorin port, and he said, "There need be no argument on this. It ought to be done." And this was said on the 2nd of April 1958 when he met Jawaharlal Nehru. But then it took 16 long years to get this materialized. But then that was the story, that he went and met Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru, and that laid the foundation for the Tuticorin port to be in existence.
We were the first widow to introduce and handle timber using mobile cranes in the Tuticorin port. PSTS undertook even deep lending and packing of cargo as a downward integration for a CHA by offering customized logistics solution. It is in '88 that we even expanded business in Chennai, because we always believed that the real secret of success is migration. the era when PSTS crossed handling 8 million plus tons in a single year and also entered into a triple P contract along with Mrs. IMC by bringing 2 Hava mobile crane in Tuticorin port and yet another first in Tuticorin port. We also entered O&M space along with IMC in handling coal handling plant in Mangalore. And to keep up with the trend, PSTS was also the first window for non-containerized cargo in Katupalli port.
Today can never be as bright as tomorrow we foresee, and that will be the driving force for the several years to come.
It's a great pleasure for me to be here on the 75th anniversary of PSTS. I think first when I landed in Tuticorin as a speak personal, PSTS Great Radar was the man to take me from the station to a place which he has fixed up for me, and then we worked in his place for some time. Then we moved on to our speak enclosure. It has been a great pleasure. He has been such a nice person, very, very, what I should say, modest. He'll never show off and has been very cooperative. And with him and our SPIC, we were able to get through the Tuticorin Fortress, which has developed to such an extent now. And I always remember, and Vijay Shankar has always been coming to meeting me, even though I left SPIC a number of years ago after retirement. It still, he comes and meets me, and the long relationship which he maintains is adorable. I wish them all the very best in the coming years and climb many more laurels. Thank you.
Privilege and pleasure to be here this evening. I would like to wish the PSTS group all the very best in all their future endeavors. Thank you.
It's very rare to celebrate the third generation, taking the spirit from the first generation and keeping the spirit on and going ahead. The values and the vision, what has been envisioned by the founders. I think it's a rare opportunity, to celebrate this, and I wish the PSTS team, the Ganesh Ram and the third generation working with the second and first. It's really, I think this is what my family businesses mean, and in India I think a long way to go, and sharing that experience and being together is always an asset, and I'm very proud to be part of this celebration, and I wish them a great success. Thank you.
Good evening to all of you. Future in this country now only for the logistics. As we all know, probably by 2020 we cannot have any land to lay a road, we cannot have any land to lay a railway line. The only option is water transport. Keeping this in mind, I am sure once I was in fact I am now called as a Tuticorin, the Adani Ports director, but now I was a Tuticorin chairman. At that time, Mr. Velshankar was the first person to bring barge transportation by bringing bigger vessels and back to the berth. I really congratulate him for that. And my association with them has been from the Chennai port and then Tuticorin port. They have been doing a very good job. But let me also tell you the other part of their story. When I was there in Tuticorin, they called me for one of the annual function of their school. Even to get a seat for my deputy chairman's daughter, he had a problem in getting the seat. That is the credibility of that particular school. They are doing a very good service, and not only that, once I went to one of the salt producing area, they have such a type of systems and procedures, and not only in the ports working, but also in the social service, the corporate social responsibility, and also by the team, by promoter, by themselves. Now they are very, very warm people, and I am sure Mr. Velshankar and Mr. Ganesh Ram will think about how to improve the logistics other than the port now. And once again I am repeating, that is going to be the future of India. On this occasion, I wish the whole PSTS team, Mr. Velshankar, Mr. Udeshankar and Mr. Ganesh Ram to have laurels in future, and I am sure I will not be alive when they celebrate maybe 150 years, but I am definitely sure their generation will definitely celebrate that. Wish you all the best. Congratulations to all of you once again.
I have a very brief period in Chennai. Similarly, I had a very short duration of interaction with the team of PSTS. But one thing I observed, definitely the executives, the senior management professionals from PSTS team, they are very energetic. They are really functioning like professionals in the period of logistics and shipping. Definitely, today's scenario is the old conservative method of port functioning is no more relevant now. All stakeholders in the port and logistics sectors are together, then only things are delivered. We are also developing a culture of win-win situation with trade. We are reaching out to the trade, stevedores, agents and all segments of the shipping and port management, and this cooperation I have experienced from the PSTS team. I look forward to have a better cooperation, better understanding, and definitely we will have a very trade-friendly management approach from Chennai Port Trust. On this occasion, I wish the PSTS team all the very best and future ahead. Thank you.
Nostalgia takes me back 4 decades ago when I had the happy occasion to meet none other than the stalwart Sri Raviratnam Nadar, both in Tuticorin. That was late 1970s when the Chennai Ukam first birthed there in Tuticorin, and we had a very healthy relationship between PSTS and South India Shipping Corporation as it then was. Subsequently, our vessel used to come to Chennai, but unfortunately the vessel could not berth in Chennai due to the draft limitation, and we had to lighten in Kadalur. It was the Raviratnam Nadar who gave the innovative suggestion that we could lighten in Kadalur, and we did lighten nearly 8,000 tons over a period of 9 days. In those days, the ship was lightened in small thonies by ship's crane in a record time. Those days we were able to achieve a record discharge of over 900 to 1100 tons a day. That was in those days. I am very happy to see the young generation under Ganesh Ram has developed with change in technology. PSTS is still the leader in shipping and logistics, and I wish the family, Uday Shankar, Vel Shankar, Ganesh Ram, and his own colleagues of the generation, all the very best in years to come. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. It's a proud moment and a privilege to be part of this function. What I have learned in shipping, relationship is everything. It's easy to commence a relationship, but to keep it sustained for many years, it requires immense trust between the two parties, commitment, sincerity in purpose, consistent performance. And my organization has been having a relationship with PSTS Group spanning many decades. And this shows the kind of commitment which the promoter family has shown all through these years. And I wish them all the best and similar growth for next few generations. Thank you.
Sometimes in life, there are occasions where you want to speak a lot, but you have no words to speak. You are actually speechless, and today is one such occasion. Celebrating 75 golden years is an amazing thing. And this company, PSTS, we've been proudly associated for the last 35 years. And I am, taking pride in saying this, that in the growth of our company, Mohan Mutha Exports Private Limited, PSTS have been one of the pillars. They have been one of the pioneers. Because I remember, I was not even in business then. With my brother, the first time when we landed in Tuticorin, it was a very strange place for us. We were novice there. And we met Mr. Vel Shankar, my brother. When he met him, when we started doing international trading and exporting to Maldives, they were our guide. But for them, we wouldn't have probably prospered as much as we have done today. We've known PSTS family, everybody in PSTS family, right from Mr. Uday Shankar, Mr. Vel Shankar, Ganesh Ram, Kannaram, Arjun, Satish. Personally, as family friends, they are amazing human beings. They're very hard-working people, and they deserve all the acclaims that they have achieved today. On behalf of the staff and management of our group, sir, we would like to congratulate you for all the glorious achievements that you have been able to achieve, and wish you all the very best for many, many such achievements in future. Thank you very much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I would like to congratulate PSTS chairman and directors and the employees for their glorious 75 years of their glorious service in the logistics business. I had the privilege of interacting with the founder, PSTS Raviratnam Nadar, on many occasions. I was really amazed by the visionary ideas. Probably, I believe that his vision guides the present generation to achieve many more laurels. I wish and pray that they continue the vision created by the grandfather and continue to do many more business and prosper in this logistics business. Thank you.
First of all, I congratulate PSTS on the Diamond Jubilee occasion, and I am privileged to be here. I would like to just pass on some memories. as well as 1986 when we started the quarrying operations in Madurai area. Granite was a heavy cargo and it was transported all the way from Madurai to Mangalore for shipment. It was in 1988 I met the late founder chairman. I think Mr. Vel Shankar also was there. I don't remember exactly. I discussed with them and I said that, see, this cargo has to be loaded to Italy. What shall we do? Immediately he said, "Pannalame, onnu thappu illa. Naanga pannitharom." That was the word and commitment. That day it started in Tuticorin and now it has enlarged to a very big cargo logistic point. And PSTS has been very supportive, especially Ganesh Ram from Chennai, Vizag, and all these ports we have been doing shipments. And until today we have very good relationship. We continue to have very good relationship with them. And I pray for them that all their generations should pass through and should celebrate more and more events and should grow into a bigger, much bigger level in the global logistic world. Thank you very much.
It's indeed pleasure to stand before each one of you for an all-important function of the PSTS. In fact, let me tell you, I'm only 15 days old into Chennai. Maybe last week I saw the invitation card on my table. I asked my people about that. Then the other day, Mr. Ganesh Ram has dropped into the place. Being new, the position has been tight, scheduled. I'm homeless here yet. So I thought whether I can make it or not. But trust me friends, had I not come, I think I would have missed the opportunity of the life. Let me put it very correctly. You see the three gentlemen standing here, 75 years, success story. The number 75 might look 75, but to reach that level, the commitment, the dedication, the sincerity, the morals with which they do the business, and I think that is where they are standing. And when we see three of them, I saw them for the first time. I think, let me tell you friends, they're down to earth, very, very humble. I can't say more than that because it's all new for me. And see, in today's world, when you do the business, when you earn profits, how many of the people, how many of the companies remember everyone and organize a function like and reward the people, sir? Sir, let me tell you, sir, to all three of you generations, I think you are magnanimous and I think you have a very good history of the culture. And probably I have seen at this level, I haven't seen many people doing this. I think you are the only one and one until this point of time. And really this will, I think God is, all these things, God will always take you through, sir. So we at the Bank of Baroda, it's not that you are associated with us. I would go one step and say that we are proud to be associated and we are lucky to be associated with you, sir. And we continue to be associated with you. And we from Bank of Baroda, as an individual, Narasimha Rao, I wish, pray, for the success in the times to come ahead. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
PSTS is associated with Syndicate Bank for more than 2.5 decades. Particularly, I have a personal association with Mr. Uday Shankar for the last 1 decade. I happened to be a branch head in Chennai in early 2000s. At that point of time, I met Uday Shankar personally. And I also had a good number of occasions visited Tuticorin. It's not only the PSTS logistics, he took me around. He took me around, as my earlier speakers were sharing about taking them around the school and some of the salt manufacturing units. When I went with him to see these areas, I saw the entire family involvement, not only in the business and developing the Tuticorin area, what my earlier speakers have said that, the way the overall development, which we are speaking about for the last 2-3 years about the CSR role, which this family as a whole they are doing for the Tuticorin for more than a decade. I am really great. I congratulate the entire family for that. And I also, on behalf of Syndicate Bank, it's a great association what we enjoyed it. The way many of the new things what they have introduced as a product to be given to the Tuticorin young generation, they have hired good number of people. They need support, which they said that this is the area which definitely bank can look to. That is the way they not only try to help the organization, but also the people who are depending on this group. I am very sure going forward, this entire generation will continue to do the spirit. And here is a one family as Mr. Reddy was telling, it's a family business. Always our experience as a banker, when we see that proprietor himself involved in the business activity, it is always a close line thinking will be there, and controlling things will be always with the promoter himself. But here is a group, what I have seen personally, the professionalism which has been empowered to the individuals, generations, and also the working force. It was a very, very free movement, and they are empowered to take decisions. That shows the 75 years what they are celebrating itself shows that the growth is really enormous. I wish in the coming years they should grow more strongly, and our bank is there with you to always in your future development. Once again, congratulations.
First of all, congratulations to the PSTS family for organizing the 75th year function. By no means it's a small achievement. Showing gratitude to people who stood by them, who's been with them for all along is a great feeling for all of us. And we at Metis, we've been working with them past 5 years. We're extremely happy to be associated with the family. Staying in business for 75 years is just not a small joke. Not many companies or families can do this. Just to give you some perspective on the global statistics of how many companies survive beyond 3 generations is not even 4%. So 100 company get started, only 4 people survive beyond 3 generations. And I think PSTS deserves an applause for staying on in business. No matter you grow or you don't grow, but staying on in business for 75 years itself is something amazing. Another important thing, staying together as one family for 75 years is the much bigger, greater achievement for any business family today. So that is another great achievement for which PSTS family has shown. So I would request all of you just to give a standing ovation for such a remarkable existence in business for 75 years. I think it deserves such an appreciation. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I know most of you it's been a long evening, but we just have a very short couple of things left. Keeping in times with the changing times and in tune with technology, a completely responsive site which can work across mobile phones, iPads, desktops, and across everything. To launch this, I request Mr. Will Shankar to come and press the dongle and inaugurate it. Thank you, sir. That's the responsive site, so you could log on to the PSTS site to have a look. And now I request Mr. Ganesh Ram to come and give his closing speech.
Thank you. I would like to thank all those who felicitated us. I just want to say a few words, just a minute. I like to quote Mahatma Gandhi. Strength does not come from physical capacity, it comes from indomitable will. Standing on this threshold, I see this juncture as reality that was once my great-grandfather's dream, my grandfather's vision, and now my family's passion. I can see my future torchbearers, my cousins and nephews sitting at the back, watching this event, and I can only say one thing to them. The next generation of PSTS will take the reins to lead the company to greater heights, bringing fresh perspective and cover many horizons. But what will remain intact is the value which we hold close to our heart and walk the talk. I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, that PSTS will continue to grow. We will do everything that will position us as market leaders in shipping and logistics sector. We have started finding new markets, and definitely now our long-term vision is to go global. I thank you one and all, and I expect your continued patronage to PSTS. Thank you.
Respected dignitaries, my dear friends and family members, I still know it is very tough to stand before the dinner and deliver my vote of thanks, but it is my duty to deliver. It gives me immense pleasure and great honor to stand before you all to deliver my vote of thanks on behalf of the entire group. I'd like to thank everyone present here from bottom of my heart for making this event happen as a most memorable one. Our special thanks goes to Hypnautyx and their entire team for their event management, Classicon Solutions for designing and hosting the website. I'd like to take it as a privilege to thank all our heads of departments who has been our anchors in helping us with today's arrangements. Our thanks to media and press, who has taken efforts to spread the success story of PSTS to this entire region. I thank Mrs. Fiona Winston for all her support. My sincere thanks goes to our family members, especially in particular Mr. Ashwin Shankar and Mrs. Bharati Ganeshram, in particular for their tireless efforts to make this event happen. We thank the Leela Hotel team for giving us such a wonderful venue and delicious food to be served. Last but not the least, I would like to thank my mentor, my grandfather, late Shri PSTS Thiruviratnanada, for his stepping stone in the field of logistics, for his contribution to the nation building as a whole since 1940, without whom we wouldn't have been here. Most importantly, I would like to thank all our privileged customers, that is you, who had been traveling together with us throughout the 75 years of our journey and coming all the way to attend our family anniversary celebration amongst our busy schedule. A sincere note of thanks to all is an appreciation to do well in coming days. Let's all hope and pray that our group celebrates 100th anniversary in same spirit and grand manner. As the saying goes, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Thank you all. Please do join us for the dinner to be served with cocktail. Thank you.
Thank you. I request everybody to stand up for the national anthem.
Jaya Jaya